What's up, movie Schmoedown fans? So spectacular happened last night from my point of view, from the point of view of recording of this video. Yeah, so I guess that's it for trying to catch up on matches. Speaking of different points of view, I still have a couple matches to, watch and react to. One of which happens to be the Star Wars match between Laura Kelly and Eric Whiteley. Yes, I am that far behind on Schmoedown stuff. But, with Spectacular now come and gone, maybe, since there aren't any matches for a while now, I could finally have some time to catch up on my own time on all the Schmoedown matches I've missed. Obviously, I will be participating myself. In this being a Star Wars match, I would really much like to actually get some proper points, as opposed to a regular singles or teams match. Also, clearly I'm supporting my team, the Quirky Mercs. If you already watched Spectacular, you probably know who won the faction championship. I don't, but yeah, I know Laura Kelly wins, and to be quite frank, I'm a much bigger fan of Laura Kelly than Eric Whiteley, and it's not just because I have done a couple shows with her. Well, one show in particular, I was a guest on some other shows she did. But that's beside the point. I'm a much bigger fan of Laura Kelly, and I know she won, but still, I'm a Quirky Mercs fan, so I'm going to wear this regardless. Anyways, that's it for the promo stuff. Let's get down with the actual match. Here we go. Oh, and I got some new headphones, by the way. Do you like it? Do you like them?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. The Star Wars tournament keeps on moving. It is the first round. It is Whiteley versus Kelly, and I'm Christian Harloff, joined as always. No, not as always, but boy, am I happy to have him. It's PJ Campbell. Hello, PJ.
Hey, man, what's going on? I am excited to be here calling another Star Wars match in the first round of this incredibly intense Star Wars tournament.
Yeah, you've been in the thick of it so far, my friend, and what a match it is here today, because you've got a heavy favorite. You got Laura Kelly here, who is just coming off of a very close battle in Collision against the former champion, Andrew DiMolanta, and she was just there, almost there. And because of that, Winston Marshall had the conversation between both Laura Kelly and Andres Cabrera, and Laura Kelly wants this shot again. She did very well in the tournament last year. She wants a shot to do it again. And then you have Eric Whiteley. And when you look at Eric Whiteley and you go, and if you didn't know anything about him and you didn't know anything about his channel or what you look and you go, 0-2, is this guy any good? He's really good. His first match against John Ho, he's one syllable, one letter, and he's almost there, right? And then he goes and his second loss was to Thomas Harper, the reigning champion. So this is a guy that knows a lot. So this is going to be a very close match, I think, between both Eric the Knight Whiteley and Laura Lights Out Kelly.
I couldn't agree more. Like you said, Laura played incredible against DiMolanta, but, DiMolanta came out on top. Now she's coming into this. She wants that belt. She's hungry. But Whiteley feels like he has something to prove today. That 0-2 is not indicative of how well he knows Star Wars.
Well, and you're going to hear them both talk about it and talk about getting here. Here we go. Thomas Harper is the new Star Wars Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion. He is going to Spectacular.
Knowledge is knowledge. We attack every opponent the same way we have. Study, stay sharp, flank, and make sure you answer the questions when they come to you. So, it's just an unfortunate miss today.
Okay, guys, so here's the rub. Andrew DiMolanta, my friend, my teammate, he loses the Star Wars Championship belt. Thomas Harper, who, when I was last in the Schmoedown, beat me, but not by very much, is now currently the Star Wars champion, and Andrew DiMolanta asked me to step up for the Quirky Mercs.
It really just boils down to, I need a break.
And the person I have to get through first is Laura frickin' Kelly.
Ouch.
The other night, I was up late reviewing my Revenge of the Sith material, and when I finally went to bed, my dreams got a little weird. You see, I was in the Star Wars universe, and Hayden Christensen was there, and he was shorter than I expected, and there was a wiener dog. But that's how you know we've reached tournament season, ladies and gentlemen. Madness has begun.
Holy schmoly! What the hell was that?
For a second time, he is still the Star Wars champion, defeating Laura Lights Out Kelly. What a match it was. 37-34.
I feel like I earned my spot here. I deserve to be here.
Laura was one of those competitors that forced me to pivot, that forced me to become better.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she gave me all I could handle in this match.
Now, Laura is one of my favorite competitors to watch before I even joined the Schmoedown.
It's been a rough year. First you lose, you had to play Major Thomas Harper, of all people. You've got a little fight in you. I like that.
Yeah, she can be a little mean. Yeah, people refer to her as an ice queen. Yeah, she knows a hell of a lot about Star Wars. But guess what, Laura? I've been studying a lot since my last two matches. When I was asked to, maybe put my name out there for the Schmoedown, I was like, I know some Star Wars. I'm going to try that. But I just knew that I needed to study. I needed to figure out. All my questions are 3 5-pointers. But I know that some of those 1-pointers got me today.
He might be the best 0-2 competitor I've ever seen in any sport.
He has a YouTube channel, and he has a strong following, so Whiteley brings new fans into the Schmoedown, and then I make sure that they stay.
This is not going to be easy, Laura. I don't care what people are telling you, that I'm a pushover, that I get the alphabet wrong. No! I'm ready for more Star Wars trivia. I'm ready for more Schmoedown. Laura Kelly can't beat me. No one can.
Question is, though, is she going to have her Joker makeup for this match?
Look, they both want it. Laura Kelly is determined. She wants to get back there. She wants to get back to Spectacular. Remember, she was the last competitor to challenge at a live Spectacular back in 2019 when the Spectacular was in a theater. So, Laura Kelly, can she do it? And Eric Whiteley, obviously, high spirits, beloved guy in the community, beloved guy in the Schmoedown community, and he's ready. He's a merc. They have a very positive reaction, as they should be, from everything that they've accomplished this season.
I mean, look, the Mercs are on the rise, and I think that Whiteley could really push them and continue that upward swing that they're having. But again, Kelly, she is hungry, man. She has something to prove. She wants that belt. This is going to be a fun match.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing the Quirky Mercs with a record of 0 wins, 2 defeats. He is Eric the Knight Whiteley.
What's up? What's up? I know what you're going to say. 0-2 has never looked so handsome.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You're 100%. You read my mind, because it's true, man. You do it with a smile. You do it in such a positive light here, and you do it because this is not one of those things of like, all right, maybe this guy just doesn't have it. You've been so close. When you get to those types of matches, Eric, do you ever have the things like, I don't know, maybe I don't want to do this anymore? Like, no, I'm so close. I want to do it again.
No, absolutely not. Losing is just, it's failure is something to learn from. It's to put behind you, but to learn from. And I have that D right behind me, so I'm ready.
That's great, Peach.
Look, man, I mean, you're going up against someone who has, in the past, just played so incredible. I mean, her nickname is literally Lights Out. Does any of that give you pause going into today's match?
No. It's fun to do the Schmoedown. I don't really get scared. Laura Kelly was one of the competitors when I first started watching the Schmoedown. I'm like, man, she is really good. I hope if I get to be in this, I get to play her. And here we are.
Be careful what you wish for.
Last question here. Working with, well, here is an actual question that I wanted to ask you, because Andrew DiMolanta, what a hell of a year he had. Former champion, beats Alex Damon twice, beats Laura Kelly, and then the decision comes in that he's not going to be in the tournament. So what was that like for you? Because I'm assuming that you thought once Andrew lost that you thought he would be in the tournament.
I absolutely did, and I was kind of like, oh, that sucks, but I want, I support my team. I'm part of the Quirky Mercs, and I had to make sure, look, I respect your decision. I'm just going to throw it to you one more time. Are you sure? And he's like, I need it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to step up. I am super ready. I've been having so much fun studying because Star Wars is life.
And his opponent, representing Swag, with a record of 3 wins, 4 defeats, she is Laura Lights Out Kelly. The swag is with her at the moment. Look at the glasses. Look at look. Laura, last time we saw you, DiMolanta and you scrapped. You had that battle. Same type of question I asked Whiteley. Did you know right away that you wanted to get back into the tournament, or did you have to think about it?
Christian, there was really no question in my mind. I wasn't going to just sit by and let that be the end of my season. It was just not going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. So here we are. I'm about to come back and take this all back. I've got my next shot. I'm ready. Let's go.
TJ?
Now look, Laura, Eric, obviously, he's only 0-2, but he clearly knows all his stuff. Is there any worry on your side right now about what he's bringing to the table in this match?
Last time I came into a tournament a little bit too cocky, it bit me in the butt a little bit. So I think I'm gonna not underestimate anybody. I'm not going to overestimate myself. I think I'm gonna come in with a little bit more humility this time around. And hopefully that serves me well today.
Wow, looks like Winston Marshall might be rubbing off a little bit here on Laura Lights Out Kelly. The last question here, though, Laura, for you. Similar again, Eric Whiteley. Were you surprised that Andrew DiMolanta was not in this tournament and it was Eric Whiteley instead?
To be honest, no, because if I were him, I would be just dead tired. And I kind of don't blame him for wanting to give himself a little bit of a break. I think he's certainly earned it this year.
Yeah, definitely.
So props to him for, doing what's best for him.
Great answer, great competitor, and we'll see you in just a moment. All right, so our competitors have arrived in the virtual battlefield. PJ, what are the rules of round number 1?
PJ!
Round number 1 is going to work like this. Each competitor is going to get 10 different questions from different corners of the Star Wars universe. There will be no penalty for missing a question in round 1, and there is no stealing. Questions are worth 1 point each. Christian and I will be administrating them to you. Competitors will have 15 seconds to write down their best attempt at an answer on their whiteboards. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote and verbalize your answer into the microphone while showing it to the camera. Each competitor has 3 uses of their JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. Not sure you heard a question right or you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use your repeat. Each competitor also has 1 challenge available that they can use at any time during the match. Competitors may initiate the challenge. We'll bring in your manager and we will ratify that challenge there and then.
All right, so with that, those are the rules. Laura, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Eric, are you ready?
Ready.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! Round number 1. Question number 1, we're going to start with the Phantom Menace. In the Phantom Menace, what is the homeworld of Newt Gunray?
I think I might still be in with this one, Christian.
Well, yeah, you wrote it.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. I mean, I have a pretty good feeling you do pretty well in this match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hands up, please. And we start with Laura.
Cato Nemoidia.
Yes. And Eric?
Cato Nemoidia.
Correct. All right. So
business
we
and Cato
now
Nemoidia doesn't
get to
count.
question number 2.
And question number 2 is in the world of Revenge of the Sith. In Revenge of the Sith, while discussing the Outer Rim sieges, Obi-Wan says that Master Vaz has moved his troops to where?
Yeah. I mean, I just watched this movie. I don't remember this.
It's such a small thing that happens, and yet I couldn't tell you, even though I've seen it. I don't know how many times.
And even though you wrote it.
Oops.
Yeah.
And 5, 4,
Not too sure
3,
about this one, though.
2, and 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we're going to start with Eric.
Is it
Bose
Malister?
Pity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Laura?
Boz Pity.
Yes. All right, so the score at the
Smells
moment
not
is
even
2-2
mentioned in that
as we
scene.
get to question 3.
Saluka
The
might
Empire
definitely
Strikes
was.
Back. In The Empire Strikes Back, what is the first line spoken by Yoda? The exact words, please.
Sometimes, man, I feel like I just haven't seen the movies, and I love them.
I think I'd get this one.
Okay, I like
think
that.
this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Laura.
Feel like what?
Yes. And Eric?
Feel like what?
Yes.
Off
Absolutely.
by one
That's
word!
Look
Question
at
But
you.
four.
I did know it! So
All right, question
frustrating.
4 is in the category of mixed bag. Who composed the score for the film Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
I mean,
Just a little bit of
I
a twist.
feel
there.
like the answer there is pretty obvious.
Don't just talk. Pat yourself on the back after the question, will you? 5, 4.
That's a good point.
But I don't know.
2,
It could be just me
1.
overthinking.
Pens down, hands up,
We're
please.
underthinking.
And Eric.
Kevin Kiner?
Yes. Laura.
It was Kevin Kiner.
It was
Wow,
indeed. Why he hasn't
Sometimes
scored
the obvious
a
answer
live
is the
action,
correct
I
answer.
don't know.
Give it
All
to
right.
him.
Here we go. The Last Jedi. In The Last Jedi, the film begins with a soldier stating there are still 30 pallets of cannon shells left where? You see, PJ, I'm starting to get a little bit more creative in how I ask these questions.
You know, your readings this year, especially this back half, they're just getting better and better.
I appreciate that. You still have a job. Don't worry. 5,
Perfect.
4,
No idea.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we start with Laura Kelly.
Sea Bunker.
Yes, ma'am. And Eric.
See bunker.
So we're all tied up.
Didn't miss a
It
letter
is
this time.
5-5 going into question 6. It's the
question 6 takes us right back to the Clone Wars. In the Clone Wars film, what is the name of the RA-7 protocol droid prototype that serves Asajj Ventress?
I have not seen that movie in
I do
years.
like as much as I love Star Wars. I love watching these competitors. Like just wondering in my head, do they know this one?
Every time, man, and they start to right before we finish.
4. Yep. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we start with Eric.
4A7.
Yes, Laura.
4A7.
We're tied up 6-6, and what a scrap it is thus far. And now we get to question 7, A New Hope. In A New Hope, when Luke tries using the Force to see the remote, Obi-Wan congratulates him and says that he has taken the first step into what? See that? I even
Again.
flashed my eyes a little bit on that one, PJ.
Yeah,
See?
it was the look that you gave the camera when you did it.
Yeah.
It was just
Man.
perfect, man.
Working on it. Watching a lot of 80s sitcoms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Hands up, please. And Laura Kelly.
A larger world.
Yes. And Eric.
A larger world.
Got it. So it is now, after that 7th question, 7-7, going into question 8.
Which is going to bring us to the world of Attack of the Clones. In Attack of the Clones, who is credited for providing the voice of Watto in the film?
You love asking the clones questions.
There's something about it, man. I mean, I was the right age when it came out. They were just very affecting. Yeah.
Let's see. Will they be stumped on this one? We're about to find out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, please. Hands up. And we're going to start here with Eric.
Is it Michael Tech?
It is not. Laura?
Andrew Saycombe.
Yes. So Laura Kelly strikes first. Laura Kelly strikes first, 8-7. Laura Kelly with the correct answer as we get to question 9. That's The Force Awakens. Ken Leung, Leung, plays Admiral Statura, in the film. What is the character's first name? Ken Leung plays Admiral Statura in the film. What is the character's first name?
You know, I like the way that you went back to the question too. You caught yourself and you just did it again.
Well, it's just the fact that I don't want them to be. You hear a little bit of jumble, and these things are so precise.
Mm-hmm.
That's
World
okay.
of Star Wars.
5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2. All right, first one.
I have a
Ken
feeling
Long plays Admiral
Eric
Statura
knows this.
in the film. What is the character's
Judging by his
first
face.
name? That is Laura Kelly's first one.
It's a very confusing question.
You ever
like,
watch Lost,
She
Christian?
already written down
Yeah,
an
religiously.
answer
Ken was
before
great
the
in that.
question was
That's-
finished, and then she had to.
5,
Eric
Course
was
correct.
his head in agreement.
3,
So good.
2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we're going to start with Laura Kelly.
I have no idea. Lang.
That is incorrect. And Eric,
Ostos o Statura.
can we see that again, please?
Osos? Osos?
Wait,
Osos?
OSH. Yeah, that's correct. You got it. That's correct. That's correct. All right.
Yeah,
So
do
Eric,
that to me.
all right. I'm sorry. Had to. You know, you've
I
been
was so
there before.
confident.
You've been there before. We have to double check, but that is correct. So it is 8-8, and just like that,
Hey.
Whiteley ties it right back up, and we get now the final question
That's a
in round
great-
number 1. It's question 10.
Turn
And the
around.
question 10 comes from the category Who Said It?
Me.
In A New Hope, who says computers locked, getting a signal, the guns, they've stopped?
So they're both fighting here to just tie the game at the moment. The perfect round, not attainable for either competitor at the moment.
It's just interesting seeing Star Wars. Even one little miss can cut
4,
it, but now they're both the same
3,
still.
2, 1. Pens down. Hands up,
I have
please.
no
We start
idea. I
with
just
Eric
guessed.
Whiteley.
Was it Biggs
Del
by any
Warren.
chance?
It's incorrect. And Laura?
Was it Dex Tyree?
It was. Laura Kelly takes the lead back, and it is now 9-8. What
Good
a
match.
fight. Jab after jab, and Laura
Woo,
Kelly slips
this
in that
is a
last
tough
jab
one.
in the round 1 and finds herself up by
Not just
1.
for me, it's just,
And now we
you
get to
know,
round number 2. It's the wheel round.
It's a great
And
back and forth.
round number 2 is going
It's
to
a
work
good
like this.
match.
Each competitor is going to get a spin at that virtual wheel. Once you settle on a category, you're going to get 5 questions from this particular realm of the Star Wars universe. Each question is going to be worth 2 points unless you need multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question will go down to 1. Ceiling is also available in this round, Christian.
All right, so now we are going to ask Laura Kelly. You have the lead here at 9-8. Would you like to go first, or would you like to defer?
I would like to go first.
So I've put on a little weight. I can't put on my Jedi robe, so we're just gonna have to settle for the outside.
Bongo.
Hey, Laura, how you doing, girl? You have been killing it as always. Not surprised, and that's how you shake it off too. I saw for half a second you were like, I probably should have known that one, and then you came back and you slam dunked it in their face, and that's exactly what class acts like you do. You bounce back, girl. So you ready to go ahead and bounce through this second round and show them who's boss?
Absolutely. Let's do this now.
Let's get her done. Can we also just take a moment to note that Laura Kelly might have the best handwriting in all of the Schmoedown?
It's pretty good.
It's up there.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, man.
I mean,
It's,
Marisol
it's certainly
McKee.
better than mine, but you could hit someone in the head with a baseball bat and it would still be better than mine. All right, here we go.
I haven't got the belt. I've got to get something. That's what I got.
Well, you
now.
got the
For
Phantom
now.
Menace. So would you like to stick with that, or would you like to
El Menace de
spin
Phantom.
again? You have 60 seconds.
I would like to keep it.
You're going to keep it. All right. So,
Sounds good to me.
all right, Laura, you chose the Phantom Menace. You're going to get 5 questions. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's go.
All right, here you go. Question number 1. Name the Jedi Master that first appears in the Phantom Menace before going on to train Caleb Doom.
Depa Balaba.
Lava.
Yes.
Damn it,
2
I should have
points.
known that faster.
Question 2. Qui-Gon Jinn says, remember, your what determines your reality.
Focus.
Focus.
2 more points. Question number 3. In the Phantom Menace, the opening scroll says, in the
Scroll.
Phantom Menace, the opening scroll states, hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade of deadly battleships, the what Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo.
Greedy.
2 more points.
I was
Here you
gonna
go.
sing
Here
the fairy,
is
but okay.
question number 4. What is the specific name of the second sea creature seen in the underwater bongo scene that prompts Qui-Gon to say, there's always a bigger fish?
The second fish? So it's not a cola clawfish. Oof. Sorry, second sea creature.
And
The
5.
Sando Aqua Monster.
2 more points. Laura Kelly having a great round thus far. Here is your final question, Laura. Laura, which actor provides the voice of TC-14?
Nope.
Five, 4, 3.
I'm gonna go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Brana Gallagher, B, Celia Imre, C, Lindsay Duncan, D, Candace Orwell?
It's C.
It is C. 1 more point. All right. So Laura Kelly sees herself up by 10 right now. It's 18-8.
Man, you play better every time, and I'm always just so happy to be here.
Well, it's you know, I'm feeding off the energy of Laura. I was coming in here thinking, oh, I'm gonna humble her, but she's humbled herself, so I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna have some fun.
I think fun's the move because we're about to tie it up. The points don't matter till the end. We're about to get all these perfect. I saw you getting all those quicker than her. I saw that brain just churning. I also saw you played very well in that first round and see yourself self-correct. So I want you to keep that up in this round. Remember the planking, remember the replay, remember the think through the syllables, remember the Beastie Boys, and remember to feel it here, and remember how long that is. So you got this. I'm really stoked for you. We love this wheel. It's our time to shine. Let's get through this tournament, get you that belt.
That was some ill communication.
Go to Paul's Boutique, man. Let's get it.
And Eric Whiteley looking for, I mean, in Star Wars, does opponent's choice really matter?
Not particularly, it feels like.
I don't even know. But we land on A New Hope. So you get 60 seconds to decide if you want it, Eric, starting now.
So, Eric, it's very specific, which is a good place to keep your brain in one spot. It's just the specificity of what we've gone through recently in your study. Do you feel like this is surface on your brain? Do you feel like it's more subdued? Do you want broad, or do you want to stay in one corner of the universe?
No, I'm pretty confident in it. It is the movie that I study first every time I have a session, so let's do it.
I love A New Hope. I say we live there. This is not a sabotage.
All right, Laura Kelly is back in, and now it is Eric Whiteley's opportunity here to get some points on the board. PJ, when you do.
Here we go. Question number 1 in the realm of A New Hope. In A New Hope, as Darth Vader is interrogating the crew, someone mentions that the Death Star plans are not in the what?
On
The
board?
main computer.
Oh, so
Correct for 2 points.
should have thought about
Question
it.
number 2. In A New Hope, C-3PO tells R2-D2, he won't go that way. It's much too what?
Rocky.
It's correct for another 2 points.
Again, it's
All
one
right,
of
so
my
now we're going to
questions
get
if
to
I
question
thought about
3
it
for
more.
Eric Whiteley.
It's annoying me.
The
Doesn't
third
come to me fast
question
enough.
in your round 2, Eric. First seen in the 1997 special edition of A New Hope, what is the name of the crashed colony spaceship still present in the Mos Eisley spaceport?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, the Outbounder, B, the Dowagger Queen, C, the Outrider, or D, the Queen's Hand?
The Outbounder, A.
That is incorrect. For a 1-point steal, Laura, I'm going to repeat the question and your options for you. First seen in the 1997 special edition of A New Hope, what is the name of the crash colony spaceship still present in the Mos Eisley spaceport? Is it A, the Outbounder, B, the Dowagger Queen, C, the Outrider, or D, the Queen's Hand?
C.
That is incorrect. We were looking for the Dowagger Queen.
All right, so both
That
miss
was
on
my
that one. No
last
steals.
possible
Opportunity now
option.
question 4 for Eric
That's
Whiteley.
the one that
What
seemed
an
the
A.
least likely to me.
The fourth question in the realm of A New Hope. In A New Hope, when the droids arrive on Tatooine, C-3PO says that he has to rest before he falls apart. His joints are almost what?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, broken, B, ripping, C, frozen, D, damaged?
Frozen.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right, so Eric Whiteley at the moment trails Laura Kelly by 5. If he can get a 2-point here, he will cut it to 3. What's the question?
The final question in A New Hope. In A New Hope, what is the name of the more advanced land speeder that Luke says most people want?
The XP-38.
That is correct for a big 2 points.
All right, so he misses one there and has to go to multiple choice, and he sees himself only down by 3. He is trailing. Laura Kelly does see herself up 3 points. It's 18-15 going into the final round. PJ, how does round number 3 work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. We're going to need a series of numbers from each competitor. These numbers are going to range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a different realm of the Star Wars universe. Your first question will be worth 2 points. Your second question, 3 points. And your third question, should we make it that far, 5 big points. Your JTEs and your challenges still apply.
All right, Laura, so because you see yourself with a 3-point lead at the moment, you get to choose your numbers first or feel lucky.
3, 5, and 18.
3, 5, and 18 for lights out, and for the night.
PJ, this is 4, 8, and 15.
4, 8, 15.
16 to 24 too.
Just finish some notes, Laura. Okay.
We're matching boards. We're so cute.
Oh my goodness. It's almost like we've become friends. All right. I really only have one note for you other than you have your 1 JTE. Amazing job, Laura Kelly.
So 3 is nothing in Star Wars. It is not over till it's over. But most importantly, I love
cut
that you
out
knew
the rest of
to drop down when you
Winston's
did. I loved your instincts.
there.
That's what's gonna get us there all the way
What
to
happened?
the end. We know she's crafty. We know we're not gonna get any sleep till Brooklyn. We know this is how it's gonna be. This is someone who took Demalanta to the wire, and you are playing right alongside her. How you feeling? How's your head?
I'm feeling great. I'm sorry for Winston, and I'm rating on his parade by also drawing myself with a lightsaber.
That's beautiful. I mean, I'm not going to
why did it count out the second half?
And not fair, but
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
we're
say,
all missing
I
a
understand
joke
more
there.
talent I mean, I'm not. Just
Oh,
while
yeah,
we're here.
100%.
Dude, seriously, every time you play better. This is truly like you're a schmo now, man. And you've got the knowledge. Some of those answers were just, even like looking at them, couldn't possibly know them. We've got a 2, a 3, and a 5 to get to. She slips once, it's a different game. Remember to be slow and steady. Think it through, play it back in your head. This is great work, man. I'm really proud of you.
So Eric Whiteley will be answering first. He's got to tie the score up here. It is 18-15 at the moment. Eric, you chose category 4 for your first category. Are you ready, sir?
Ready.
Here you go. Your first question, planets and locations. In The Force Awakens, when Rey meets BB-8, she tells him to stay off what ridge?
Kelvin
Ridge.
Yes, sir. 2 points. So it's 18-17. Eric, you can take the lead here over Laura Kelly should you hit this next question. You chose category 8 for your 3-point question. Category 8. Star Wars Underworld. Star Wars Underworld.
Okay.
In Solo, what crime syndicate was responsible for ensuring the flow of spice from Kessel to Coruscant?
The
The
Pikes.
Pikes.
That is correct. All right, Eric Whiteley, 2018. So Laura Kelly now
I would
can't
say
get
it's
herself a
a little
TKO,
easy
but she can
for,
tie the game
3-pointer,
with
but,
her
I mean, I got it right,
2-point
so
question, PJ.
the hell do I care?
She chose category 3. Category 3.
Category 3 is going to be in the realm of creatures and alien races. For 2 points, Laura. In Attack of the Clones, what is the name of the alligator-like creatures that the Geonosians ride?
Varactyl?
Ores.
Sorry.
Correct for 2 points.
All right, so it is now
Oh, that's-
2020. We're going to stick with Laura Kelly and give her an
Never mind.
opportunity to take the lead again. Should she hit her 3-point question? Laura chose category 5.
And
Category
category 5
Category
is
5.
going to be back in the realm of who said it. These are Star Wars movie quotes. For 3 points, what's the situation, Captain? Are the first words spoken by what prequel character?
General
General
Grievous.
Grievous.
She didn't even blink, and that's 3 points.
Captain.
So Laura Kelly, yet again, takes another
I
lead
think that's
and finds
too easy
herself
for a
up
three-pointer, but that's just me.
23-20. So Eric Whiteley has a
Especially
5-point
considering he's
question.
literally
If
got
he hits
that on
it,
his shirt.
It bounces back to Laura Kelly and forces her with a 5. However, if he misses, then Laura Kelly will go on to play the winner of Scrimshaw and Gold Leader. All right. So Laura Kelly. Sorry. All right, Eric Whiteley.
It's a good name. You can call me that.
Laura Kelly. Eric chose category 15.
Laura Whiteley and
Category
Eric Kelly.
15. And you jump right back to Solo, a Star Wars story, for your 5-point question. In Solo, what is the full name of the best-selling recording artist performing on board the First Light in a corded arapiola dress?
I'm not going to ask you to repeat. Urodia Fintafoli.
Thank you so much. And you're correct. All right. So we now have a game on our hands because it is 23-25. 23-25. Eric Whiteley has the lead. Laura Kelly can win the game with this 5-point question. She chose, PJ, category 18.
And category 18 is going to correspond to the world of heroes. For 5 points, Laura, and the win. In Solo, a Star Wars story.
Again.
What is the name of the street racer pal of Han Solo that inspires Solo to pull off a daring maneuver during the Kessel Run?
Needles.
And your winner, advancing to the next round, Laura Lights Out Kelly. Laura Lights Out Kelly. She does it again, and the swag is real. Look at
Swag is strong with this.
swag
one,
is strong with this.
I really got black sunglasses for Laura Kelly because she looks so cool. I just want some of her swag. That's all I want.
She moves on to the next round and beats a very game once
Nobody
again.
calls me
Eric
chicken
Whiteley.
needles.
This time hits his 5, just didn't have it to
That
Laura
one,
Kelly
after
that much
she
better
said
here
it, I was
today.
like,
All right,
yeah, I
so
knew that
congratulations to Lights Out
but
and
I
to Swag. See you in the winner's circle
Just
with
dropped
Jen
off
Sturger
my
in
brain
just a
for
moment.
some reason.
All right, PJ, so hell of a match. That's the thing with Laura, though. If you don't catch her on a bad day, it's going to be hard
she have
to
bad
beat her,
days,
right?
though,
And this
in
was
Star
not one of her
Wars?
bad days. Yeah, she missed a question. She had to go to multiple choice. But if you don't go perfect, most people who beat Laura Kelly have to go perfect to do it. It happened last year. I mean, the Dimolanta match, they both missed a few. But, like, this is Laura Kelly, when she's playing like this, fitting to her name, she's lights out.
That's absolutely it, man. Like, Laura just came. She's determined. You know, we were talking about it before the match started. She wants that belt. She's hungry for it. She was so close this last time. Now she just saw Eric. She said, "I'm sorry, Eric. I got to knock you out. This is going to be the way." And she played totally lights
This is
out.
the way.
Nikki Dimolanta goes to the next round. Laura Kelly goes to the next round. They are on opposite sides of the bracket. But what if? I'm just saying, what if? We'll see what's going to happen because
since
there's a
I
lot of
know
Star Wars left to
What
play.
really happened?
Because you got
that didn't
Scrimshaw,
happen, yes.
Gold Leader, the Damon's Clash coming up pretty soon. So there is a lot of Star Wars tournament left, but we know that we have Nikki Dimolanta and Laura Kelly advancing to the next round. And we are going to speak with Laura Kelly and Jen Sturger and Winston Marshall right now.
You know what,
What is he
Winston,
doing?
are you for real right now? Where did he go? Congratulations, Laura.
Thanks.
I had to go
Grab
get
his
BB-8.
BB-8.
He was excited. He's proud of her. That's all. He just wanted to share his love.
Oh,
Laura.
look at me, sharing the love. Now we're matching.
Wow, which one is the replicant, honestly? But I have to say congratulations, Laura. Another fantastic play by you today. I have to say, that might have been one of the strongest, most confident performances I've seen from you. There was there wasn't even a split second. Sometimes Christian had barely finished saying the question for the second or third time because he was mispronouncing it. I just feel like today was just an entirely new level of play from you, and just the confidence was just through the roof.
Good. I'm glad that I was faking it well enough because that was a little bit like, it's always so much more stressful than I think it's gonna be. Even like going into something where I'm like, he hasn't won a match yet. Like, come on. And here we are, and I'm still like sweating. So it's a good thing we're not in person.
I mean, you mentioned he hasn't won a match yet, but I feel like you were right to not underestimate him because he's one of those people that his record just really doesn't indicate the damage he's capable of. So, Winston, I guess I could ask both of you, how did you guys prepare for this match?
My biggest thing that we've talked about above all else has been, it's about beating yourself. And the thing with Laura that's so incredible is she is such a vast well of knowledge when it comes to the Star Wars universe, and she's like kind of a savage. Like, if I could share, Laura had to have a little dentistry work done a couple weeks ago, and like I was like, "You want to hold a practice?" She's like, "Nah, I'm gonna watch the movies by myself, but I hit you up when I feel better." And I was like, "All right, girl, do you? If you need an ice pack, I can send one via FedEx real quick. Just let me know." And that's just who she is that when she needs the help, she calls in the troops and we do everything she needs for that backup. But she's a monster.
Is that how you two have ended up on the same page now, Winston?
It's to stay out of her way. She made it clear at the start of the season. I tried being all like, "Oh no, stepdaddy, buy you some ice cream." Nah, I just shut up and crack jokes and apparently piss off my girlfriend because now I got to replace the TV. But it is what it is. I'm proud of her as always. Can't wait to see what she does next round.
Well, speaking of next round, you're going to be facing either Scrimshaw or Gold Leader. Do you have a preference between the two of them? Kind of the new school kid versus the old school?
Can I? No, I don't want to face either. Is that an option?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, no, I don't.
To be
have a
fair,
preference.
I beat Gold
super
Leader
deadly.
twice. So,
I think one is far more endearing and less obnoxious than the other. So there's that,
Yeah. It's been a long time since Scrimshaw played, though, so I feel like, it might be a little bit
But
rusty.
here's the thing,
maybe
does
there's an advantage
either
to
of
be found
them
there.
know
I have to
that
ask
Brie
you, though,
Vizsla's
obviously,
name is
Nikki
actually a
Delawanti won
joke?
her match. You
Because
won
I'm pretty
yours.
sure Laura knows that.
Molly's coming up. How much would you
Ladies!
love... I know, ladies! How much would you love to see Molly or Nikki in the finals?
I would love it more than anything. I had
She already
no
beat Molly.
expectations really of what was going to go on with Nikki's match. In her
Nikki
first
this
match
year,
this
I
year, I
think she
remember just
really
being
wanna face.
like completely mind blown and so incredibly impressed with how she played. And Molly obviously is just a monster in her own right too. So it would be super cool, gotta say.
Last but not least, I do have to ask you about your former faction mate Marisol McKee is now the singles champion. Any thoughts on Lady Justice winning the belt as the first woman champion in singles?
Just never-ending congratulations. What an absolute rock star she is. It's just the most exciting thing. I'm so happy for her. It's so great.
I completely agree. She's the first African American to hold the belt. She's the first woman to hold the singles belt. I am so proud of Marisol. I know she's not on my faction, but I gotta give the love where the love is due. And what's funny, all she's done, and I guarantee that, and Laura, you can correct me if I'm wrong, she just lit a further fire under Laura's ass that she about to be the first female champion of Star Wars. You watch your ass. It's coming, y'all. It's coming.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Winston. Anyways, congratulations on a fantastic win today, Laura, and I'll see you in the next round.
Thank you very much.
Look, a lot going on there. Obviously, Laura Kelly. Jen's right. She looked very confident in that match, and whether or not she's being humble, and I think maybe being on swag has helped that. She still has the attitude, but it's not as, I think, cold as maybe when on corruption. Right? When she was on corruption, it was more like it's my way or the highway. I don't need anyone. I'm by myself. But there's something more with this Laura Kelly, this edge that she still has with the confidence that I think that working with swag has helped tremendously. But yeah, I mean, look, there's so much there, and she's going on. She won last year in the first round. She got stopped in the second round. Will it happen this time around? She's got to go through either Scrimshaw or Gold Leader. That's coming up right around the corner.
I mean, look, it's not going to be an easy path, but as you just said, I mean, she's a much different version of the Laura that we saw even at the beginning of the season when she ended up on swag, and she is ready. She wants this thing, man. So I think whoever wins that match, they should be scared of what she's going to do.
And Winston makes a good point. There is absolutely a world where Laura Kelly could be the first woman to win the Star Wars championship, and it could happen at Spectacular. But she's got a road. I mean, there's also a possibility that Nikki Delawanti could serve that role. Molly Damon could serve that role. It is I wouldn't want to face
Wilson.
any of them, as
Say.
it's harder enough for me to pronounce Star Wars. So, ladies and gentlemen, now moving on to the, I can't even say loser because of what he didn't win today, but Eric Whiteley continues to be a force, pun intended, inside of this division. We love having him, and we're going to love to hear from him in just a moment as he speaks to both Jen Sturger, and then Coy Andrew will be there with a cat.
Potentially.
Oh, Eric, I feel like great.
Spidey
I'm so
cat.
glad we're doing this found footage thing, Coy.
Spider
Thank you
cat.
so much. Eric, it pains me to say this because it's almost like you're Eric almost Whiteley at this point. Like, why? What is it that we just can't get to the finish line? Because you are so close, and your record is not indicative of the level of play you have.
Same as
Hey,
Adam
I mean,
Wade, unfortunately.
I know a lot of people take this very seriously, and I do too. I study like crazy, but I have a lot of fun studying. I have even more fun playing. I'm glad that I'm here, and I hope you guys have me back. Make sure you like the video, by the way.
You just can't. You have to. You're programmed to say that at this point, right?
You got to do that, yeah.
Spidey
No,
cat.
I mean, I had a lot of fun. I mean, 0-3 has never looked so handsome.
Absolutely right. Coy and Kitty, where do you think things kind of fell off? Because, like I said, it wasn't even a matter of him not
face
playing
of
up to level.
why
It's
are
just
you
like
grabbing
Laura was
me,
just
human?
so unstoppable that you could not make a mistake today.
I don't even see it as a falling off. It was just like, you know, there were little things chipping away at us. If this was any other match against anyone else, Star Wars is just the most competitive part of the Schmoedown right now.
Really, it was going to multiple choice and you know, not
But
getting
I think
answers
that
in
was really
round
smart
two.
gameplay. I wouldn't, even if I had a time machine, go back and tell him to do anything different. I like the fact that we're a win or learn faction, and every lesson from those first 2 rounds is learned here. He got his 5. He did use the drop down so she couldn't steal bigger, and he knew them. He just needed to double check, except for one of them, and I saw him go like the epiphany happened moments later. So it's just a matter of
worst.
In another round against another competitor, this would have been a different game. That is not a losing score. Getting that 5-pointer, and also I want to give some credit to us getting some redemption with music. We lost once to music Star Wars. We've now redeemed and gotten a way harder music Star Wars question. So it feels like a beautiful close to the season to have redeemed our Beastie Boys moment with a band that I can't pronounce with assistance. So it kind of feels like a loss only on the scoreboard, but a win for us to see how much he's grown, how if I circled every flaw in gameplay, he solved those. So I know next season, this is an insane competitor. And I know that I've really enjoyed the actual hangout time in the games and the training and everything else. Like, Eric's a fun dude to be around, and he knows more about Star Wars than anyone should. So it's an absolute blast through and through. It's just an insane season for Star Wars. So it's been an absolute honor. I would change nothing, straight up, even with the score.
Yeah,
Eric, I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, after 3 matches, I mean, I feel like I have the gameplay down. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of secondhand. But with Star Wars, I have, no joke, I have like 11,000 flashcards. And a lot of these questions just don't appear on those 11,000
You're
flashcards.
like, I have 11,000 flashcards and no social life, but we're getting it done.
So many flashcards I don't know what to do with, but that means I need 12,000 flashcards.
God help us all.
what
You
I
know,
was
I know that you've said for a long time that you wanted to play Laura, and it just seemed like you, despite the outcome, you really were having fun out there. Is that what this game is all about to you?
I mean, it's absolutely what it's all about. This game, this show, this channel, especially the Star Wars division, is one of the few bright spots on the internet where you can come and enjoy Star Wars, talk about it, try to get it in your head and have it rattle around, see what pops out. So, I mean, I have so much fun, and again, I just can't wait for more whenever that may be.
I gotta ask you though, is there any chance that Coy might be able to convince you to also try your hand at IG next season?
Yeah, I mean, that could be a lot of fun. On my channel, we do not just Star Wars, but literally all different levels of the inner geekdom. So, yeah, I just didn't have the confidence that I had with Star Wars when you asked me a 5-point question in Marvel. I'm going to get it. Maybe, I might get it. We'll see. But with Star Wars, I'm like, no, I can do this. So, no, it just means a lot of study, a lot of watching movies, and a lot of fun studying and watching those movies. And yeah, maybe that could be fun.
I feel like now that he knows the gameplay, like the back of his hand, it's a different animal going into the questions, going into the actual inner geekdom. Like, it's a different thing altogether. So I do think like now is the time. Also, this man has never had as much time to study between matches as between seasons. This is his first season, his rookie season.
Yeah.
I would not count him out sophomore season because a lot of people have a sophomore slump. I think Eric Whiteley is going to rise. It's going to be an insane season next year with little time. Now that he knows it like the back of his hand, and now that we've seen him like this, now that he's gotten a 5-pointer like this, I would fear him. And he's coming next season for a lot of different things.
And let's face it, when you look at some of the people that have held the Star Wars belt now, most notably Andrew DeMolanta, his record was one of those that just wasn't indicative of the level of play he was capable of.
Yeah.
So maybe it just takes some time, you know, getting more familiar with the gameplay, trusting yourself a little bit more in those instances when you're like, you know, like, and just really leaning into all of the knowledge that you do have to get that title around your waist.
Yeah, I just keep thinking about them having their cute BB-8s, and all I have is this wart from Galaxy's Edge, and he's not cute, but he's cute to me.
That's a face only a mother could love, and even she's like, okay.
That's why he's a merc.
But, you know, tough loss today, man. Like I said, I'm really excited to see what you do next season. And, yeah, hopefully you'll be sticking around on the Mercs. I feel like this is a good fit.
Always.
I said so, didn't I? He's got a permanent marker.
Take care, guys.
How long before I get a text from Bibiani? We should do permanent Merkers.
Oh, it's coming. You know that.
I'm sure. Anyway, that was a great interview by Jen Sturger and Eric Whiteley. Of course, we want him back next season. Of course, and it sounds like he wants to come back, and he will be back. Now, the question of whether or not he's going to be on the Mercs, who knows? It's going to be a very, very different looking league next year in general. But Eric Whiteley will be one of those familiar faces that you will see in the Star Wars division. But he is not advancing into the next round. Laura, Lights Out, Kelly, and Swag, they are. And now they await. Who will win? Will it be Scrimshaw? Will it be Gold Leader? Gold Leader, of course, went to the finals of the first tournament we had earlier this year, losing out to Thomas Harper, who went on to become the champion. So Kelly can knock out the finalist of the earlier tournament this year in Gold Leader, which, again, you wonder why. I mean, I guess Gold Leader, you understand why he would be in the tournament for Finstock Exchange, because that's their only Star Wars player. Yep. But this is also why the faction thing is a bit sometimes like, I don't know. Gold Leader doesn't need to be in this tournament. Gold Leader has maybe one match, then he can get a number one contender match. Or honestly, he could have a number one contenders match next season because he made it to the finals and he's 2-1 or whatever he might be. But because of factions, because of points, he's playing and he's going up against Scrimshaw. And that is not an easy match at this all. Point.
No, I mean, we haven't seen Scrimshaw play in quite a bit, and I'm excited to see him back in the ring because he's one of those players that's kind of like Whiteley. He's just right there. Every time, he's just right there. Now he gets to go up against someone like Gold Leader, who was also just right there against Thomas Harper, and we saw how that went. I am so excited, man.
I believe that Scrimshaw and DeMolanta went to sudden death in the tournament last year. I believe it was a very close match, or went down to the. I'm pretty sure it was sudden death.
I'm pretty sure it was sudden death.
Sudden death, and they won because of
DeMolanta
challenge
went to win the
by
title
DeMolanta.
and defending it twice. So Scrimshaw is no one to be messed with, and Corruption right now is on an absolute tear. They have the Inner Geekdom champion, they have the singles champion. So if Scrimshaw wins a few, they could have the Star Wars champion. So we're going to see Scrimshaw or Gold Leader facing Laura Kelly. Got a lot coming up, and then don't forget, after that match with Scrimshaw and Gold Leader, you got the Damon Civil War, Molly Damon versus Alex Damon. It is going down. Check the matches when they come out on the Schmoedownlive.com. And big one, on October 9th, we just mentioned the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Lady Justice, Marisol McKee. She does not have it easy because not only does she have to defend the title right away in New York, in Brooklyn, she's got to do it against her faction mate, the Phenom, Chance Ellison, two-time teams champion and they are going to be going head to head, a corruption battle in Brooklyn, with the undercard being Horowitz versus Newman. Get your tickets again, the Schmoedownlive.com. You never been to a Schmoedown, you anywhere near New York, and you're going to miss this. I gotta say, if you're able to do it and you can't make it because I don't know if I'm going to take the drive, get your lazy butt out there. This is going to be one of the best main events, one of the best cards we've ever put on. Get out there, the Schmoedownlive.com.
I can't tell you guys how great these New York events are. Do not miss this. It's going to be next level.
All right, PJ. It was a pleasure calling the match with you, as always, my friend. And don't you forget, for everybody else, we got a big match coming up, and that is Final Exam versus King Arthur, the team's tournament. It begins, and Final Exam, Paul Oyama, Lon Harris versus Griffin Newman and King Khan. It's going to happen. You're going to watch it. We're going to love it. See you next time. It's the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Peace out.
Well, okay. Like I said, I knew going into this, I knew who was going to win. But damn, that was a really, really good match. Eric Whiteley gave quite the hell of a fight. Much better than I did, but, you know, there were a couple questions there that I knew the answer, like, a second or so after they said it, a fraction of a second. Some questions that I would have known the answer if I had more time to think about it, but, I mean, it all comes down to the fact that I just haven't really watched those movies in a very long time, and right now I'm currently doing a rewatch of something else, which is really taking up a lot of my time, plus these Schmoedown reactions, plus my job, so yeah, I am going to do a full, like, start to finish rewatch of all the Star Wars material that's out there. It's just going to take me a little bit longer than I expected to get there. That being said, however, great seeing Laura Kelly win. I just love her happiness and her elation over the fact that she's winning, and I just love seeing Winston so happy. And it sucks when your team loses, obviously, but I mean, like Demalanta said, he needed a break, and if it was him in this tournament, possibly, maybe would have gone a completely different way. But, yeah, I mean, at least we got a chance to see Eric Whiteley play again, so you can't complain about that. Anyways, I got other stuff to take care of, so I'll leave you with that for now. See you next time. Goodbye. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.